In this video, we're going to look at how to use a binomial expansion to approximate a number, or rather a calculation. It's quite a cool topic, this, because it shows you how people were able to calculate square roots and cube roots and weird things like that pre-calculator. So it's a bit of a historical topic in a way, because obviously you can just key these things into your calculator. But I think it's quite nice to see that before calculators, 300 years ago, people could have used this stuff to calculate, the cube root of some insane number to very high degrees of accuracy. So it's pretty clever. Let's have a look. All right, so here's a kind of standard question you might see on this. Find the first three terms in the expansion of 1 plus 2x to the power of 0.5. So that's the square root of that. And then part 2 is use your answer to part 1 to find an approximate value for the square root of 1.04. Notice that finding the square root of this number would obviously be trivial on the calculator, but without a calculator it's really quite hard. Like, where do you even start? You just try stuff and hope it works? Well, we've got a method now. Okay, let's just expand this. So I'm going to use my formula. So that is, notice the first term is 1, so I can just go ahead and use it. So it's 1 plus n, which is 0.5, times ax, which is 2x, plus n, which is 0.5, times n minus 1, which is minus 0.5, over 2, multiplied by ax squared, plus dot dot dot. Neatened up, that's 1 plus, and half of 2x is just x. And then what have we got here? Well, we've got half multiplied by minus a half, divided by 2, and multiplied by 2 squared is minus a half. So that gives me minus 1/2 x squared. So there's my expansion, the first three terms. Now, how do we use this answer to approximate the square root of 1.04? Well, we looked at something pretty similar in year 12. So if you did that, maybe you'll be familiar with this. The idea here is that my expansion up here was for the square root of 1 plus 2x. And notice that this is the square root of 1 plus something, 0.04. So hopefully what you can see is that as long as 2x is 0.04, this will be the same as this. Okay, so as long as 2x is 0.04, I set x to equal that. That is, if I set x to be 0.02, then this expression here is the same as that number. Now, further to that, I know that this expansion is the same as this, or a very good approximation for it, particularly when x is very small. Now, in fact, this expansion should be valid as long as mod 2x is less than 1, that is, as long as mod x is less than a half. But as we saw when we looked at the graphs of these a couple of videos back, the approximations get better and better the smaller x is. So when x was really close to 0, the stuff just disappeared. Now, 0.02 is very close to 0, so that means that this expansion should be a very good approximation to the square root of 1.04. Specifically, it's because 0.02 squared is already really, really small. So like, this term is already contributing hardly anything. If I was to keep going, if I have 0.02 cubed, that's like 8 millionths. So it's hardly adding anything if I continue on with this expansion. So all I need to do is sub 0.02 into this, and I will get my answer. So if I do that, I get 1 plus 0.02 minus a half of 0.02 squared. Now, all I need to do is work that out, and I'm going to use the calculator, which is sort of different. And I said in the intro that this is fun because it helps you see how people work stuff out without a calculator, but I'm just being lazy. Like, in principle, this is not a difficult non-calc thing to work out, if you could be bothered. And what do I get? I get 1.0198. Now, how good of an answer is that? Well, you can just check by just keying this into your calculator. If I type in the square root of 1.04 into my calculator, what I in fact get is 1.019803903. That's all everything displayed on my screen. So you can see that we were good up to 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. In fact, 5, because the next one was 0. So we got an answer that was correct to 5 decimal places there, which is pretty good. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So find the first 3 terms in the expansion of 4 minus x to the power of minus a half, and then use your answer to part 1 to find an approximate value of 1 over the square root of 3.9. Okay, well, let's do part A first. So I can see that I need to factorise out that 4 first because it's not a 1 there. So if I do that, I get 4. Let's open these big brackets. 4 times 1 minus x over 4. And all of that to the power of minus a half, which is 4 to the minus a half. That's 1 over the square root of 4, so that's a half, times 1 minus, well, let's write this as a quarter x, might be a bit easier, to the power of minus a half. So now I'm going to do my expansion on this. So I've got 1/2 times, and now I use my expansion, so that's 1 plus nax, so that's plus minus a half minus 1/4 x, plus n, which is minus a half, n minus 1, which is minus 3 over 2, over 2, multiplied by minus 1/4 x squared, plus dot, dot, dot. Okay, probably haven't got enough room here, but we'll see what we can do. So that's a half times 1, and then I've got minus half times minus a quarter, which is plus 1/8 x. And then for the next one, I've got minus a half times minus 3 over 2 divided by 2 multiplied by minus 1/4 squared, and that is 3 plus 3 over 128 x squared, plus dot, dot, dot. And if I just include my half in that, I get 1/2 plus 1/16 x plus 3 over 256 x squared. Okay, so there's my expansion. When is it valid? It's valid, and I evaluate it at this stage, it's valid when the modulus of minus 1/4 x is less than 1, and in future I'm not going to bother writing the minus in there because it never matters. Multiply through by 4, and it's when mod x is less than 4. So anything between minus 4 and 4, it should be good. So how do we use this to approximate 1 over 3.9, the square root of that? So what is that? Well, that is 3.9 to the power of minus a half. Well, that's good. And what's the connection between 4 minus x and 3.9? Well, 3.9 is 4 minus 0.1. So what does this mean? Well, this means that as long as I set x to be 0.1, this expression here and its expansion should be very similar to 1 over the square root of 3.9. So let's do that. Let's sub in x equals 0.1. What do I get? I get a half plus 1 over 16 times 0.1 plus 3 over 256 times 0.1 squared. And I know that I could go on, but the next term is 0.1 cubed, which is already 1,000th, and these are looking pretty small as well. So this should be pretty accurate. And once again, this is something where I could, if I wasn't so lazy, expand the, multiply these out, get a kind of fractional version and get some kind of really nice answer non-calc. But I'm just going to be super lazy and just key this into my calculator. So it's a half plus 1/16 times 0.1 plus 3 over 256 times 0.1 squared, and I get 0.50637. And sometimes That's the full thing that my calculator is saying. Now, sometimes they'll say, give an answer to 5 decimal places, or write down all the numbers in your calculator, whatever. So anyway, that's what it's saying on my calculator. So how good of an answer is that? So this is just a little check that you should do. This is your final answer, by the way. But if we were just going to check that, like what is the exact answer? Well, if I just key this into my calculator, I get 0.5063696835. Okay, that is good for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places. So really quite good. So you can see how this is essentially a non-calc method, apart from the fact that I cheated here, but it's a non-calc method, although you're allowed to use your calculator, for finding crazy sums. Like if I asked you what is 1 over the square root of 3.9, before knowing this technique, I really don't think there's a good way of doing that at all, other than just awful trial and error. All right, so that is approximations. Hope that's been useful. In the next video, we're going to explore some other ways that we can use this expansion. I'll see you there.